Good morning. Slip, what's happening? It's 1:15 and the date is, let me know, 21st of August, so I'm a wee bit late. Saturday. This is the Monday vlog, video diary. So I'm like 6 days late, 5 days late. Anyway, so we're in the car again. If I look weird, I think I have, is it beauty face on or something? I've tried to fix it, but I'm also driving, so I don't know how that's gonna work. So just need to deal with me looking weirdly soft and coloured in. But anyway, so we're driving back the way we came last time. We're actually on the exact same stretch of road. Jeez, oh, some rain. Because this is like a long bit of road where I can just talk. It's like 60 miles long, the A90. Or 60 miles is the length that I'm on it. So it's a sufficient time to do the talking, the length of the way. So, last week, when you see me in the car, I was actually driving up to Joanna. So she moved to Aberdeen, moved into like a private university halls because she's doing a PGDE, I think it is, in teaching, primary teaching, and she's chosen to do that up in Aberdeen. She has this year, which is like a kind of study year and placement year, like she has little placements, and then next year is her actual placement year, where she'll be in a school somewhere in like, I think it's Fife, Aberdeenshire, somewhere like that. So, looking forward to that. It's good to get one that has the placement year after it, because most of the time it's like, you just study and then you need to go and try and get a place. So it's good that that's guaranteed, gives a bit of stability, and it was her first week this week. She enjoyed it, she's excited, so it's good, it's good. So I came up on the Wednesday, I think it was, drove all the way up, and on the Thursday it was Joanna and I's 1 year together, like officially, on that day. So we decided to get a couple of hotels. So when I drove up Wednesday from Stranraer, it was like 5.5 hours, something like that. So then I got up, straight to bed, woke up the next day, and we drove to Hall Green Castle. It's like a kind of B&B, so cool. Before that we went to Dunnottar Castle actually, just like to see it. It was mega busy, and then we refused to pay whatever it was, like £8 each to get in. Because I mean, we didn't want to go in that much, we just wanted to see it. So we just walked about outside it for like half an hour, and then went to the castle, Hall Green Castle. So went to Hall Green Castle. Before we go in, we pull up and there's like kind of huts and stuff, and some guy comes out and just walks over and like stands like a couple of metres away from the water, and we're like, oh, so assuming this is maybe the guy who owns it, because like he's just standing there waiting. It's a bit kind of like what's going on. So anyway, jumped it, then we went, got the room, pure cool room. It's the inside of the castle is, they're trying to keep it like as authentic as possible, so it's quite a unique interior design, but it's really cool. I'll put some pictures like up over me talking right now about it. And these cues, like when I say that, it's just to remind myself. So we went into all different rooms in the castle, and he was just kind of explaining to us what each room was, and then he was showing his weapons, and he was showing us like brickwork and stuff, and he was trying to like age the castle, or he was contesting its official age. He's owned it for like 20 years, and he's found bits and bobs, you know, as you would if you were on the castle enthusiast who owned the castle. So it was really cool, and he was really nice, really accommodating and friendly. like just daft things. Like for instance, we went and get a chippy, and he was like, "Oh, just use the tomato sauce in the fridge, and just use knives and forks and plates. I'll clean up, don't worry about it," which is really nice. And then also we didn't have much. We bought like a bottle of wine, and a couple of beers. We came back and he was like, "Oh, if you want some cider, we have like local cider." Can't remember what it was called. But he had some like local cider that he bought in like, was it 10 litre kind of big boxes, and he was like, "Just go and help yourself." So I had a couple of pints at that, and it was actually really nice. So we just had a really cute time there. That was nice. Next day we drove to Inverness, where I had surprise booked somewhere. So like we just split everything because obviously it was celebrating a year. But the second hotel I chose without telling her what it was, and I'll put picture/video up right now of what it looks like. So as you can see, there is a hot tub in the room. Honestly, mind blowing. It took me all day to search for it. Every time I was searching for hotels, I was like looking, and John was like, "Come on, like you need to hurry up and find somewhere." And I'm like, I'm trying my hardest. So we ended up, I found this place because I wanted somewhere like a hot tub, somewhere like to chill house. And I couldn't find anywhere that had like a hot tub outside, like a kind of wee lodge or something. And then I found this place, and I was like, nice. So ended up literally just, we went out, got a drink and snacks and stuff, came back, jumped in a hot tub and just sat in it all day, like literally all day. I think we got in the drive from the castle, we were in Hawking Castle to Inverness, it's like 2.5 hours or something, 3 hours. So anyway, by the time we got there, we were hand-brained. So we ended up, she was all excited to take us when we went into the front desk. They were like, "Alright, what's the name?" And then they were like, "Oh, is that the royal room?" I was like, "Cool, man." But so then we went back and we were in the hot tub for like 6.5 hours straight, just chilling, watching TV, because it had like a 50-inch kind of like curved TV on the wall. So you could spin that around and sit in the hot tub. It was unbelievable. I ended up watching the Celtic game on the TV. I borrowed an HDMI cable and plugged my laptop up. It was so cool. It was so cool. I was standing there like, how do you top this? Do you know what I mean? Like, and then when we got back after the one night there, I'm just sitting like in the shower washing myself, or like on the couch, on the bed in Joanna's dorm, just watching TV, thinking, I should have had a hot tub. So that was good. Really good night. And nevertheless, we didn't really do it. The next day we went to Wetherspoons because my dissertation is due on Tuesday, and that would have been on the Friday. Pardon me. Wait. Week passed on Friday, I think. Yeah, because it's Saturday. Aye, so my dissertation was due in like 14 days or something. And I still had done my meta-analysis, so I was stressing it. So I had to do something. But other than that, we didn't go anywhere else in Inverness. We were considering staying another night, and then just decided to come home. So we came home, and then I think, so like that night or the next night, just had a few beers in the flat. Because it's like, she has an ensuite in her room, and there's 4 other rooms. I think 4 other rooms, and then they share a kitchen / like mini living room, just like a standard university one. At present there's only one other person in the halls. There was another one, but he had left for the summer and he literally came back on like Monday. So what was it, Monday? I'll get my days all muddled up, man. This Monday to Friday pass is just flown by. No, he would have came back on the Friday until the Monday, that's what it was. So he was just back to collect his stuff. Quite cool. He's done computer science at Aberdeen. I've done computer science in Ireland, so we talked about that very briefly. But aye, so that's cool. Somebody's got like a race car tonight. race car top. Like, see when you'd get Hot Wheels, and then some cars would just randomly, like, the top and bottom would break apart and you'd have the top. It was like that. That's cool. So then we came back and then just talk about the flat, really. Done some work in there. Still not being into Aberdeen Centre, because she says like it's like a 20-minute walk away from the centre, but you can get a bus which takes like 5-10 minutes, so you can drive in, but we just haven't got around to it because we came back and then on the Friday and then just chilled for the weekend. I think we did a little bit of work as well. She had some pre-reading to do and I obviously my dissertation. So it was brilliant, celebrating a year. It was well good. And wouldn't have rather done it in any other fashion. And that hot tub room, I want back there again. A hot tub in the room, mind blowing. So anyway, next we'll talk about my dissertation. That's coming along. So because you don't like have anyone else to bounce off of, you sometimes get stuck in like this rut. I think I've talked about this like every single time on this with the diary, but you get stuck in this kind of rut where you like don't really know what to do. You're like bogged down in specific details, and you can kind of bounce it off people. Like I'll talk to Joanna a little bit about it, but it's like she can't really give like proper advice on it. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to get you a meeting, which I had this week, to help kind of clarify that, because I was noticing last week that I was getting really bogged down in the numbers and trying to figure out what are the numbers, where are they coming from, what do they mean, how do I do a meta-analysis, because like papers, studies and stuff would always just say we followed such and such meta-analysis, and then that's it, that's all the detail they would give, and then they go, so the value of this indicates this. Like there's like zero kind of walking through how they done it, obviously because it's standardised. So the one I was going to use was like Hedges and Olkin, 1985, but you'd have to buy that book, and one chapter was like 30 quid, or I could have like $30, like I don't know, 25 quid, 20 quid, or I could have tried to buy the Kindle version was like 45 quid, and I was like, it's a bit steep for something that like everybody knows how to do. It's like anything you look up, they're either doing like the Hunter and Schmidt method, all the Hedges and other folk method. I say other folk because there's like Hedges and Olkin, Hedges and Veria, Hedges and somebody else, I don't know. But it's one of those things where it's like everyone knows how to do it, so and they're following steps, so surely there must be a tutorial on the internet somewhere how to do this. So I spent ages trying to find bits, and I found a couple, and then I'd try and walk them through, and I would get like a bit stuck, a bit lost. This happened a couple of times when it was trying to get me to calculate like the variance and stuff, because my analysis is not for control groups. Basically I was just trying to like wing statistics and academic research, which is hard to wing, let me tell you. So eventually I finally found Luffel's Guide to Meta-Analysis, so step by step on how to do it, and just follow those steps, and it was well fast, the actual analysis. Then when I'd done that, I was like, oh, now I need to know how to interpret it, and I went the whole thing trying to figure out how to interpret it. And then, so that was exciting, but I just started getting so bogged down in the numbers and like the words and statistics, because I had no idea, I had nothing to go off of. My tutor, like my supervisor, is a qualitative researcher as well, so he doesn't really know much about like statistical analysis. But so that was stressing me out a wee bit, but we were still getting work done, and so by the end of the week, which was on Sunday, I'd done my meta-analysis, the actual calculations, and I'd just started to get my kind of head around the numbers and how they all work and how they interchange. Because I'm one of those people where if I just read the book, it will literally just go in there, in there. But if like I'm trying to write it up, and it will like, here's this Q statistic, this is what it means, I'll try and write it down and theorise what does mine mean. Because I'm putting my knowledge straight into application, like as soon as I get it, it starts to make more sense to me. But aye, so that was moving along nicely. So that's due on Tuesday, which is not the week coming, i.e. this week, because of when this diary comes in, the following week. So week 60. Is this week 50? 14? Oh, I don't know. I think it's week 14. But anyway, so bus station coming along. It's due in just a couple of days, so I'm driving home now. I'm gonna do it at home for the next couple of days. Get my head down, get it sorted. Easy peasy. Bus station, just like that. Totally not stressful. I actually had a meeting with my supervisor this week, but that's next week's topic of conversation. So, what else? Gym. I've been gymming loads. So I gymmed I went to the gym 9 days in a row, and because I don't normally take pre-workout at all, so for the first 4 or 5 days I didn't take any. And then on the 6th day I was like, I kind of need it. And then for days 7, 8, 9 I was like, I definitely need it to try and get through. But the reason I've done so many in a row is because I always try and milk it if I'm going to have a break, or I know I'm going to have a break. So I knew I was driving up on the Wednesday, and I knew I didn't have a pure gym membership anymore, and they were definitely going to go away. No, I drove up on the Tuesday. Aye, I drove up on the Tuesday, said that Joanna's on the Tuesday night, and then said that Cass on the Wednesday, and for less than Thursday, back to Joanna's on the Friday. Right, so I drove up on the Tuesday, and I knew I was going to have Wednesday, Thursday definitely off. And then I thought I'll probably end up with Friday off as well, because I'm going to drive back to Joanna's and we'll just be hammering. So I thought the next opportunity would be Saturday. So instead of having like my 6 days on, 1 off, and then 2 days on, and then 3 days off, I thought I'll just have 9 on and take time to properly recover. So that's what we ended up doing. And then on the Saturday I had we done like a full body kind of workout at Joanna's gym. It has it's like the Aberdeen Sports Village. It's actually really decent for the equipment. For me anyway, it's like perfect. It's quite small, but when I was there it wasn't busy at all. I was actually surprised as well because there was like no kind of bodybuilder folk there. You know, like when you go to the gym, like I'll go with my stringer on, and I'll take my hoodie off and I'll put on my stringer and like try to get all pumped up. Just, you know, bodybuilding folk in that. And then there's always like at least a couple of other guys there bigger than you with a vest on or something, you know, got the shaker cup at the ready, man, the full whole gear, man, like the wrist wraps and the straps and the belt and then the elbow sleeves and then the knee wraps. They've got everything as if they're going to come in and do like a full body powerlifting workout. Well, there was none of those guys, which is weird. It's just like normal students. But the Sports Village itself is actually pretty massive. It has like a proper running track, a football pitch, an Olympic swimming pool, a diving boards, like the whole thing, like squash, tennis, everything, man. I was pretty impressed. Obviously I just done the gym, but they had a chest supported like kind of T-bar row, which was cool because I hate having to support myself with my legs. It always like takes it away from my back, because my back's stronger than my legs, I think. And whenever I do like back day, I never wanted to affect my legs because I'm always doing legs like the next day, so I don't want to have weak hamstrings for my leg day, for leg press, if I can avoid it. So I ended up using the chest supported T-bar row, because like the one in any other gym I've ever been to, they don't have any chest support row. They only have like the chest support machine row, which is like the one where you put on the like the pin loaded one, and it's just actually pure excited for that, which was daft. But I ended up actually went and done just a full body, so I done that for back, and an incline bench press, shoulder press on a Smith machine, best thing ever. The ability to, like, especially see the Smith shoes is like an angle like this. So when you push against, or you push like so, so if the angle's like this, right, the angle's leaning forward, and then you push up like this, you can like push, and almost the full force comes from your shoulder muscle. At least that's what I've found on the Smith machine. So I done that was really good. And then just some arms. So it's like a full body. But the T-bar, because of the chest support, and because obviously I was so excited to do it, I done it pretty heavy. Not like heavy, a little bit heavy, like about 3.5 plates, 70 kg. And I actually had DOMs the next day. So then I had legs on Monday. Tuesday was supposed to be, was it back? I don't know, but I ended up had DOMs. I even had DOMs in my arms too. That's how hard I had walked it. It's because I had a few days off, and normally, because like right now I'm trying to bulk, so I'm eating like 3,000 calories a day, probably averaging a little bit more because some days I'll have a little more, so probably like 3,100 calories say a day on average. And I've gained like all of my mass back. You can't really see it. I mean, my arm looks massive like this just because it's close to the camera. But I don't know. Can you really see it? Nah, not really. But anyway, all my mass is kind of coming back, and I'm especially mega thick through like the chest area, chest and back is all coming back. My shoulders are coming back. So normally whenever I'm eating loads of calories on my days off, especially if I have like a long period off, say like 3 days, I'll drop my calories down, because in my brain I'm like, oh no, this is just like excess calories, I'm going to just get fat, and then I'll come back and I'll just like kind of just as strong. But after the 3 days off, because I kept my calories still up at like 3,100, I actually came back and I was stronger. So like every movement on my full body, like mini workout, was stronger than before. And then that next week, like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which I shouldn't be telling you, because that's the title of the next week's diary. But anyway, that was stronger. So note to self, make sure that when you know you're bulking or whatever, trying to recall / bulk, don't lower your calories because you're not working out. You need to kind of keep them consistent so that you can optimally recover for coming back. That's what I've noticed. Also, sleep's actually been pretty decent. I've kind of got it more on a structure of like bed at, I don't know, 11, fall asleep sometime by 12, sometimes it takes me a while, and then I'm up at like 8:30. So it's a good structure. Although I still feel tired all the time, but I'm noticing in the gym I feel better for it. So that's kind of everything for this week, to be fair. I'm noticing I'm starting to talk about next week, i.e. this week. Because I'm driving and because I'm tired and because I've only said like 10 words all day other than talking to the camera. My brain's all over the place. Got some news flashed at me there. So anyway, that's my week. For what I can remember. Oh, Celtic as well. Celtic's playing amazingly now. Kyogo, hat-trick, home debut. Legend. So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with him. If he keeps this up, see, it was weird, I actually think about that. If Kyogo keeps this up, like scoring just about every game, holy shit, it's pure foggy. Look how foggy this is here. Cannot see a single thing. Wait, see this? Foggy, man. So if he keeps this up, I honestly don't know how we're going to be able to hold on to him. Because it sounds daft, but to score every game, like for a Scottish team, you just seem like too good for Scottish football. Do you know what I mean? impressed with Celtic recently. They've been playing good, but the one downside is they've started playing like when Kyogo goes off, or like after kind of 50 minutes, 60 minutes, they just kind of die down. Mainly just like second half, you can see the energy drop. It's weird. If Kyogo comes off, you can see the energy drop mega. And I mean, that makes sense because he's like a star guy right now. But just second half football seems a bit lacking. And then at the back, for Welsh has been playing minted, basically sweeping up for everybody else, man, at the back. So hopefully can get a defender or two in. And I think it'll be a pretty solid team. So, right, that's looking good too. Sorry, talk to you later, man. I'm a bit all over the place in my brain today, palm brain. So talk to you later. Let's have a sick week, because last week was amazing. This week's technically nearly done, but it was also amazing. And let's head home. Talk to you later. Actually, one more thing before I leave. Wait. I don't know how to bring this into conversation. I'm just going to say that I'm going to the gym. At Rob Royston. Pure Gym Rob Royston is essentially on the way home. The way from Joanna's to mine is like 4 hours and 45 minutes ish. And if you go to Pure Gym Rob Royston, it's like 2.5 hours down. It only adds 5 minutes onto the journey because it's literally just off the motorway in Glasgow. So I'm going to check that out today and see how that is. Definitely going to need some pre-workout, but so now that's me just at the end of my 60 mile A90 bit. This around the bit right here. That's me literally just entered Dundee. How beautiful. Oh wait, is this actually just... Oh, you slowed down so much, man. You'd honestly think that you couldn't see over the entire roundabout there how much he's slowed down. It's making me all road raged, man. But it turns out that's me back on the A90. Oh, that's warming. Surprise. The driver. Holy shit. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Crashed out the roundabout. Holy shit. I suppose that's why he slows down, huh? God's sake. Oh, need to pull in and check that out. I thought my brakes were a wee bit slidey, but no, that's slidey. Fuck. That's one way to put paranoia into somebody, eh? Jesus. Oh man, sorry. Right there was a roundabout, like here. And then I was coming down and some guy was spinning round the roundabout, but he kept... Like, I'm not blaming other folk, because he was just slowing down to go round the roundabout, as you do, and I didn't anticipate him slowing down so much round the roundabout, and I overly anticipated my brakes, and they just seized, and I just kept sliding forward, even though my foot was right down on the brakes, just kept sliding forward. And it went, see like the bit before the roundabout, kind of comes up like this guy. I don't even know where I'm going now. And as you can tell by my voice, I'm a bit para. Let's see where we're going. It's not remember this road at all. I think I want to get into that right lane. Let's see. So that's me back. That's me finally through the $1 roundabouts. Luckily, didn't crash into any other ones, just the one. annoyed about my brakes still. So anyway, what just happened? So I was coming down and I was just watching it back there, like listening to it back, not watching it till it crashed again. It's just listening, and it was I say something like, "Oh geez, why is this guy slowing down so much?" And then literally the next roundabout, I'm not required to slow down as much, and then I slam my brakes and just poof, keep going. So basically what happened is, before a roundabout, you know, in the UK anyway, in Scotland at least, I think in the UK, it's so when you have your roundabout, all your lanes that come onto it, if it has an in and an out, and each bit that comes on to the roundabout, so you have your roundabout, you have a lane going in and a lane coming out. Well, before they reach the roundabout, there's like this this triangle of grass between, so it's like, it's so that one can come off the roundabout and one can come on, one can come off and one can come on. Well, where they come together to go onto the road is like a grass bit like this. Well, I was coming round like this, and my brakes slammed. I slammed my brakes, and my wheels just seized, and I started wheel spinning. And so you see, I was trying to move the steering wheel, because I started sliding like this, and there was another car coming like here on the roundabout, and I was coming on here, so it just had to come round here. And if he like put his foot down, I could have hit him, because it was just a gap in the roundabout. I wasn't intending on going, by the way. When I slammed my brakes, I wanted to completely stop. That's why, you know, it happened. And it started skidding, so I was trying to change it to move it like this to straighten up, and it just kind of brought it around a bit, but it kept trying to whip back out. So I went right over the raised like V onto the roundabout. Or not right over, but like one half of me, like the tyre, bumped up on over it, and then I don't think I hit the roundabout. I think I stopped after that, onto that. I don't think I went straight into the roundabout. 99% sure I didn't. I just bumped over the thing, and then both came to a stop, and just drove round the roundabout and away. And then it was weird driving that next stretch of road, and the folk behind me were looking, thinking, "That's why you don't drive like that." That's why. That was exciting. We car crash for you. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video, Diane. And the car crash. Thank God I didn't hit any other cars. Luckily it was just me and the V, but none of the road was really marked out either, so I'm a lucky boy. It's a lucky lesson. So anyway, I just got a wee notification saying that the traffic is getting worse, as if, you know, would you like to maybe leave at another time? Because we couldn't predict that the traffic was going to get worse on Saturday. Honestly, Google, get our shit together. We should have anticipated it getting worse. Anyway, talk to you later. Have a good week. Let's have a sick week. No more car crashes. Thank you.